It is one of the most haunting crimes in American history. The daring kidnapping and tragic death of Charles Lindbergh Jr., the precious son of America's then greatest hero. One man, Bruno Richard Hauptmann, was arrested, tried, and executed.
The baby was put to sleep up there in that bedroom, and the rest of the household was awake when he was abducted.
The crime would touch a fear lurking in the heart of every parent, that somehow, without warning or reason, their child would be taken from them, never to return. With his triumphal solo flight across the Atlantic in 1927, Charles Augustus Lindbergh instantly became a global icon.
Charles Lindbergh was the hero of the world, not just of the United States. He seemed to personify the best of an American. Young, informal, very handsome, tall, blue-eyed, and a bit shy. He's irresistible to the world at that moment.
As this 1927 hit song clearly demonstrates.
Lindbergh, oh what a flying fool was he. Lindbergh, his name will live in history. Over the ocean he flew on.
When Lucky Lindy met heiress Anne Morrow, he not only taught her how to fly, he married her. And when the celebrity couple had their first child, a boy they called Charlie, their charmed lives seemed complete. But their joy lasts less than 2 years.
A message that shocked the world comes in on the police teletype.
When the Lindbergh baby is reported missing, this country is in a state of shock. There's a sense of disbelief that this extraordinary, royal prince, really, would have been stolen.
The crime was committed by means of a ladder placed against the house.
With no eyewitnesses and few clues other than a homemade ladder left by the kidnappers, the police had a difficult time reconstructing the events of the crime. What emerged as facts were these. Sometime between 8 and 10 p.m. on Tuesday, March 1st, 1932, one or more individuals came to the house with a homemade folding ladder that left scrape marks on the wall to the right of the baby's bedroom window. The kidnappers apparently climbed the ladder and entered the room through the unlocked window. Once inside, they snatched the sleeping baby from his crib. They may have silenced him or rendered him unconscious, because no one in the household reported hearing Charlie cry out or struggle. As he was taken from his bedroom and whisked away. The kidnappers left the ladder by a service road and used a car to make their getaway. They had placed a ransom note on the baby's windowsill demanding $50,000 for his safe return, and warned Lindbergh there would be trouble if he involved the police. The criminals left no fingerprints or other helpful forensic evidence to guide the investigation. At a late-night meeting in a Bronx cemetery, the kidnappers did collect the ransom and did get away scot-free. Dr. John Condon, Lindbergh's emissary, handed over the $50,000 in a wooden box in exchange for a note telling Lindbergh where he could find his baby. But it was all a ruse. 2 weeks later, a truck driver walking in the woods stumbled upon Charlie's decomposing body, not 5 miles from his Hopewell home. And from the state of the corpse, it appeared he died the very night of the kidnapping. An entire nation mourned Charlie's death as if this child was their very own. It took the police 2.5 years to finally corral a suspect through a combination of foresight and luck. When police went to the home of Bruno Richard Hauptmann, a German immigrant carpenter living in the Bronx, they found $14,000 of the ransom money, a small handgun, and other suspicious evidence. They arrested him on the spot.
Thousands stormed the venerable court at Flemington, New Jersey.
The biggest trial ever seen in America began in Flemington, New Jersey on January 3, 1935. Thousands of reporters and onlookers descended on the small town, all scrambling for a front row seat. At the trial, Hauptmann presented himself as an innocent working man who would never commit such a crime. It took 6 weeks of grueling testimony. But on February 13, 1935, the jury handed down its verdict. Guilty as charged, with a sentence of death.